Hi, my question is for Braxton. Matt brought this up in his rebuttal, but I don't believe that you answered it, probably just because there are too many points. But I'd be fascinated to know, how do you personally reconcile your belief in libertarian free will with your belief in an omniscient God, which would know the outcome of everyone he creates?
Yeah, thank you for asking that. That gives me an opportunity to answer it. I've actually done debates with people that are who don't believe the same as me about libertarian free will, who are Christians, and I didn't think this would be a Calvinism debate tonight, but maybe it is. So when we think about a God who is omniscient, he knows all future things. So are you asking me, if he knows everything, it's like it's already set, so then how are we free? Is that your question?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be, and I'm not accusing you of this, but that would be what's called a modal fallacy. It's a category error. Knowledge isn't causal. Knowledge doesn't cause anything. So God's knowledge of what I'm going to do in the future doesn't cause me to do it. He knows it because I'm going to freely do it. So it's just a category error. It's a modal fallacy.
Okay, Matt, would you like to?
Yeah, this is why when I addressed it, I pointed out that it's not contingent merely upon a God knowing it. It's a God who knew it, created the universe, and had options. Did God create the universe?
Yes.
Did he have options of other universes?
Here, can I answer this?
That's why I asked.
Yes.
Okay, so when we think, now this is going to get really complex really fast, so just hang with me. But when we talk about philosophy, Matt's aware of this, we talk about possible world semantics. And what we mean by that is not other worlds that actually exist. What we mean is other hypothetical worlds, and if something is a possible world, if it is a world that contains no contradictions. Okay, so is there a possible world where Matt remained a Christian? Yes, and I hope that that's the actual world. We got an organ over here, we could have an altar call, and I'd love to see him come to Jesus tonight. Not counting on it, but I'm just saying. So there is a possible world where Matt remains a Christian. There's nothing contradictory about that. However, if God chooses to give man libertarian freedom, then we have a subset of possible worlds, which we call feasible worlds. That's the worlds where man has libertarian freedom. If God wants to give man libertarian freedom, it may be that among those feasible worlds, there simply isn't a world where Matt freely chooses to remain a Christian. Now, I personally don't believe that. I'm praying that Matt does come to faith. But that's the answer that we give.
Can I, just for clarity, are you suggesting that God could not have created a universe in which I have libertarian free will and sitting here today would have been a theist?
What I'm saying is that is a possible world. But if God gives people libertarian free will, that gives us a subset of those worlds. And it may be that in none of those worlds where you have libertarian freedom, you choose to become a Christian. So if God wants to get, so yes, God could make a world where you're a Christian, but it would be one where it could be one where you don't have libertarian freedom.